Back to breaking news we brought you just a little bit ago. 4 people are dead, a mother and her 3 young children found dead.
Yeah, they were found dead in their apartment at the Elizabeth Canty Homes in Columbus. News at 9's Rosalind Giles is on the scene. She's been there for the last hour and a half or so gathering information. Tell us more, Rosalind, about what you've been able to find out.
Yeah, guys, we want to get this information out very quickly to the public because Columbus police say they need your help. They're talking to anyone who knows or saw something here tonight that led to the deaths of this mother, 29-year-old Jerica Spellman, and her 3 young children. These kids are very, very young. The ages range between 4 months to 5 months and up to 3 years old, all found dead inside their apartment here at the Elizabeth Canty Apartments on Casita Road here in South Columbus about an hour or so ago. That's when Columbus police were called to the scene. We were told by Major J.D. Hawk that they were initially at another scene. We don't know what location that is, but while they were at that scene, that's when they were told to come here to this scene, and that's when they found the 4 people dead. As you can see, more police units are still arriving. I'm going to step out of the scene so you can see as more police units. That's an unmarked SUV, a tan vehicle or silver that just arrived on the scene. There was another vehicle that came down just a few minutes ago. That police unit there over to my right has just arrived, and there are still police officers combing the scene here, trying to investigate, trying to come up with anything that they can to find out what happened here, why, and who did this. That's what, back to you.
So, Rosalind, you were saying that the message that police want to get out there is that people see this story and obviously they are horrified, 4 people dead, but they're saying the public, they don't believe is in danger right now.
Exactly. Major J.D. Hawk did tell us that the public at large does not need to be concerned about their safety as a result of this situation because they do have a person of interest, but no other information was available in terms of how the people died or what the relationship is to the person of interest and the victims who were found dead here tonight, Barbara.
All right, thank you, Rosalind. And the mother's name, by the way, like you said to us earlier, Rosalind, 29-year-old Jerica Spellman and her 3 children killed there at Elizabeth Canty.
All right, Rosalind, thank you so much for excellent coverage of this. Our Maya Johnson is also on the scene. We're going to be checking in with her a little bit later in this newscast talk. At 9 at 11, we are following 3 breaking news stories, all happening within hours of each other. 2 Columbus neighborhoods hearing gunfire tonight in 2 separate fatal shootings, one of them leaving a 13-year-old dead. Meantime, a standoff involving the suspect and police is still going on at the first shooting, and a traffic death across the bridge in East Alabama. We have coverage you will only see on News at 9 with reporters at all 3 scenes tonight. We begin with the shooting that left a 13-year-old dead. It happened right around 8 o'clock tonight in the 800 block of 32nd Avenue in South Columbus. News at 9's Samantha Serban was the first reporter on the scene. She is live there right now with the very latest. Samantha, this is so tragic. A 13-year-old killed. What more can you tell us about what happened there tonight?
Barbara, in just the last hour, we've learned that the suspect fled the scene on foot, and they are looking for that person who took the life of a 13-year-old. The identity of that 13-year-old is Jamarion Davis, who died after being shot here on 32nd Avenue before 8 p.m. Deputy Coroner Charles Newton says that Davis was pronounced dead just before 8 at Piedmont Columbus Regional ER. Newton says preliminary reports show Davis died from a gunshot wound. Right now, details are limited as police work this scene, and homicide detectives are here talking to witnesses and looking for evidence. The shooting happening here on 32nd Avenue sometime between 7 and 8 this evening. Crime scene tape is currently surrounding half a dozen homes, and crime scene investigators are searching for evidence, again laying down those markers. And this is the second murder of the night, so homicide detectives are working on both scenes. And of course, as we learn more information, we'll continue to bring it to you here on air and online at WTVM.com. Reporting live on 32nd Avenue, Samantha Serban for WTVM News Leader 9.
It is heartbreaking and unbelievable. Samantha, thank you so much. Just hours earlier, another deadly shooting happening at Warner Williams Homes in Columbus. The victim identified as 50-year-old Dorian Gibson. News at 9's Amy Phillips has been on that scene all evening. She is live now on 12th Street behind the complex. Amy, I understand there the suspect is still in a standoff with police, still believed to be holed up in an apartment. Tell us more.
This is apartment 107H, and police just told me that 3 suspects possibly exited the apartment, and they are still possibly waiting on a fourth. They do not have confirmation at this time whether there is a fourth person in the apartment. There was an intercom radio throughout the 5 hours that we've been standing in this standoff saying that we want to make a peaceful resolution and to please exit the building with your hands above your head. Lieutenant Touchberry of the Homicide Unit of Columbus Police say that the victim was shot in the torso. He was pronounced dead around 6 o'clock, according to a Piedmont emergency room doctor. The shooting occurred towards the front of the housing complex, closer to the rental office, while we are at the back of the housing complex at, again, apartment 107H. We will continue to follow updates on this case through the night. We will hopefully be staying out here on the scene until we do see or get confirmation that there is no one else inside, or that that fourth and final person that might be inside comes out. Reporting in Columbus, Amy Phillips for News Leader 9.
Amy Phillips, they're on the scene all evening. Thank you for the live report. As she mentioned, we're going to continue to follow these developing stories. Police are searching for suspects in both of these shootings. We'll bring you the latest as soon as we get that information on our website, WTVM.com, as well as our mobile news app. Meanwhile, in East Alabama, a car collision happening on a busy highway, US 280 at Lee Road 179, claiming the life of a Salem woman. The third fatal accident News Leader 9 has reported on in as many days. And our Naila Spencer is back now in our newsroom. She was out on the scene earlier this evening. She has more on this story. So Naila, another tragic accident that has left another family mourning tonight.
Barbara, this car accident reportedly involved a Toyota Camry and a tractor trailer. The Salem woman in the Toyota Camry was pronounced dead on the scene. Police say she was wearing a seatbelt and alcohol was not involved.
At this time, the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency State Trooper Highway Patrol Division investigating this traffic crash, and there is one confirmed fatality at this time.
According to State Trooper Benjamin Carswell, 68-year-old Brenda Barfield was killed when her Toyota Camry was struck by a Kenworth T3S tractor trailer on US 280 at Lee Road 179. And this marks the third deadly accident in the Chattahoochee Valley in just 3 days. The first one on Wednesday, January 15th, claimed the life of 41-year-old Michael Davis. He was hit by a train in Columbus Wednesday morning.
Clearly train versus pedestrian. Pedestrian is deceased.
According to Columbus police, just Thursday night, 70-year-old Darlene Reynolds was killed in a two-car collision on Bradley Park Drive near the Burger King. This crash caused her car to roll over in a 30-foot ditch, according to police. 3 deadly accidents, leaving 3 families in mourning in less than a 72-hour time span.
3 of these accidents continue to be investigated by authorities. Of course, we will continue to follow them and bring you any new updates as we get back to them. Back to you.
All right, of course, our hearts and thoughts going out to all of those families tonight. Naila, thank you for the live report. Phoenix City Police searching for a man who they say held up a Wells Fargo bank this evening. It happened at the branch on the 280 bypass. Here's a photograph of the suspect. That's coming up for you. It was released by police tonight. They say the man wearing a green traffic vest, a hoodie, and sunglasses. There's that photo right there. No weapon was shown during the robbery and no injuries reported. Police say the man left with an undisclosed amount of cash. If you recognize him, you're asked to call Phoenix City Police. There's that number there at the bottom of your screen.